Hello again. So we're on day 4 now. It's a Sunday night, and just another quick one, another quick vlog. Um, didn't Similar to yesterday. Didn't really do a whole heck of a lot as far as the businesses are concerned and everything today. But I wanted to go through a couple things, and as usual, I have a couple things that I'd like to hit on, and maybe a couple points of value that I can provide with these little vlogs here. So the first thing is woke up at, I don't even know what time it was, probably around like, I don't know, 7 or so, and went down to the restaurant and worked all day, as usual on the weekends, right? And then um, work was over around like 2 or 3 o'clock, and I went to, I actually was on my way home, and I realized that I had a headlight out on my Honda Civic, so that's tremendous when you get that type of a notice, or you notice something like that. So headlights out, and I did the old taparoo on the actual plastic there, and it came on for a second, but it was effectively it was dead. So on my way home, I stopped at the Advanced Auto Parts, got the headlight, and was gonna try to fix it when I got home. After I got home, there was a couple things that I did here and there, and then got around to heading out to the garage and actually playing with it. So a sidebar here is it is extremely difficult to change the headlights in a Honda Civic. Like, I would not recommend it. You have to, for the passenger side where mine was messed up, you literally have to pull back. I was thinking about making a video on it, but like other people have made it. It's just really annoying. You have to like pull back the liner on the tire, like the little interior liner in the wheel well. You pull that back, you stick your arm up there. It's a pain. It's absurd. I don't know why. I don't know if it was design constraints or what it was, but regardless, I'm happy that I got it fixed. Works good now. Me and my dad fixed that up, so we're good to go there. The other thing that I did was I paid some bills, like just went through my finances, and I want to dive a little bit into this just for a moment, because with finance, okay, I'm gonna make some separate content on this with one of these, like weekly or bi-weekly videos, whatever I end up doing here with the content schedule that is in addition to the vlogs. But one thing that I want to mention is I have this history of personal finance, like the growth of my personal finance, just like the knowledge and everything like that. So over the past 2 years, I have basically went from just having a checking account and went all the way up the gauntlet to having, like, I think I believe 8 credit cards now, 8 personal credit cards. I think a 9th one for another one for Refined Tech for the business. So like a lot of credit to my name, like almost $100,000 across those 8 cards or so. So what I want to touch on as far as paying bills, right? Like paying bills, like everybody kind of thinks like, okay, once a month you get a bill either in the mail or via email, and you pay it. So it's like your Discover card, and it says, oh, well, you paid so-and-so, or you have, $100 that you've spent on your Discover card. Here you go. Here's your bill. Pay us. Well, the brief history of this, because I want to, like I said, I want to go into it more depth in different content. But the short of it is, I've gone from, at one point when I had credit cards, like I would go to Sheets and I would purchase something for like a couple bucks, like a sandwich or something, and then as soon, like literally waiting in line, I would be on my phone and I would be transferring the money from my checking account to the credit card, just because that's how I like to use credit cards. I don't think you should ever pay interest on credit cards because it's astronomically expensive, and it's just unnecessary to do that. And that's what I was trying to do. But the reason that I'm using credit cards is obviously a bunch. One, it's building your credit. Two, and a bigger reason actually for me is that I love getting paid to spend money, if that makes sense. Like, that doesn't mean I'm going to spend more money than I have, but it means like if I'm going to go out to eat and I'm going to spend $30 there, well, instead of spending $30 in cash or running my debit card, why wouldn't I give them a credit card? Assuming that I have the money to pay the credit back. When you pay something like that, and let's use an easier number, let's just use $100 as an easy example. Let's say you run your credit card for $100, and you have and on your credit card you have like a benefit of like every time you go to a restaurant, you get 4% back, 4% cash back, which is a very normal thing. Like I have that on one of my credit cards. So you're at a restaurant, you run your credit card for $100. You pay $100 right there. It goes on your credit card, and you have to end up paying that at the end of the month or whenever from your debit account. But enough in the like little reward section of that credit card thing, you're gonna get $4 back. So it seems insignificant, maybe, right? Like $100, oh, you only get $4 back. Like it's not even worth it. But I mean, if you think about using that for every single purchase, that adds up. So it's pretty incredible what it's done for me. I've been able to save a lot of money over the years just because of buying things that I'm going to buy anyway. It's not like I'm going out of my way to spend money just to get money back or save money or whatever, however you want to put it. But it's really cool, and it's something that I want to do. So as I'm moving forward, with all this finance stuff and everything like that, what I want to try to get to is more of an autonomous thing though. I mentioned the paying bills. Like that was me kind of like going in and just seeing what the situation was. But every month you can obviously set your finances to basically be autonomous. So let's say throughout the month you've racked up $400 in charges. Well, you can just set it to auto pay, so it will automatically draw it out of your debit account. That's where I want to get to. I'm not there yet just because of the fluctuation in money in my checking account, money that I'm kind of spending, all that sort of stuff. But that's the goal, like I said. And with all of that, just to give you kind of a peek into that side of my life, which I'm going to share obviously through this YouTube channel and everything else that I do, but I just haven't done a good enough job at telling my story to this point. I'm going to shamelessly plug something that's not 100% complete just yet, but will be probably by the time like these things start getting a little more traction. So maybe you'll see it then. Maybe I'm sure I'll talk about it again now. Is I'm going to put together a financial crash course, which is just all of the steps that you would need. Right now it's about like 12 steps, like 4 phases and different things that you would do to go from just what I said, like having just a checking account, to being like out of debt, good credit, fully diversified in all your investments and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. And I already have, like I said, it's about, I would say 50% the way done. I want to do videos and everything like that to make it a little more interactive. So bear with me on the time frame there, but that is very exciting for me and something that I'm super pumped to eventually release. So that'll come along with a couple other ones. One is how to build a business, like just a way to build a business. There's no right way, but this is the way that I did it. And I've had a lot of success, I think, from as far as a structural thing and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it just takes time and effort. So there's a lot that goes into that one. And then another one that I want to do is personal branding. So I haven't laid that one out too much yet, but it's something that I'm constantly kind of working on, thinking about. And everything that I do is obviously building into the knowledge that I can put into something like that. So I'm really excited to, just continue to do that and see where that goes as well. As far as the rest of the day goes, I see these weekends where I work for, like 6 hours, 7 hours or whatever at the restaurant, and then come home and do nothing. I see those personally as a loss. I mean, I did go to work, I got some money, I was productive to a certain degree, but it's just been something that's just like so mundane and just keeps happening. Like it just has happened for so many weekends over the course of my life that it's like, I kind of see it as at least breaking even, if not just kind of a loss for the day, which is fine. I'm also trying to work on like changing the perspective there. Like just because I was kind of, for the rest of the day, I was lazy, I was watching some YouTube videos, I was looking at different social media and kind of just chilling for the most part. There was glimpses, like brief instances of productivity with a couple different things that I did, but really like I didn't just come home and then sit down and start working. That's just not, it's hard for me to do that. So it's tough. I mean, I like to try to go, but occasionally that's going to happen. And that's what I want to do, is I want to try to shift that perspective to not like enable myself to be, kind of lazy or anything like that, but it's just one day. Like it was just an okay day. So it's not my best, but that's totally fine. You're going to have those types of days over the course of your life, or over the course of, however long your entrepreneurial journey is, or just in general, you're going to have that. So I'm not super worried about it. And that's something that I want to make sure that I don't take it too hard on myself, kind of moving forward, because it's just going to cause unnecessary stress, and it's totally just not worth it. So I mean, really though, other than that, that was kind of the extent of my day. I have a couple goals in mind for this week specifically, so um, I want to get a lot more content up. I have a couple video ideas in mind, all those courses and everything that I was talking about as well. I definitely want to get the video up that really shows everything. I think I talked about this in the last vlog. I want to get the video that shows sort of my whole structure, and I'm waiting on a couple logos and all those different other things. So I'm really excited for where everything's going. I don't want to make this specific episode any longer than it has to be, because like I said, it was kind of a washy day. But I did want to put in a couple of those tips there, because every single time I do these, I just want to try to talk about what I went through, any problems I had, anything I learned, anything that I can share with anybody that wants to watch, because at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about, is continuing to grow and evolve and everything like that. So one last thing before I do my typical YouTuber thing, one last thing that I want to touch on, just because it's going to happen probably today or tomorrow, is I'm going to hit 100 not subscribers, we're still trying to get to that, so make sure you subscribe, but 100 listens on Fueled by Progress, the podcast. So I don't know how many of those are me, probably not that many, because I don't listen to them once they're up, but that's very exciting, because I see that kind of blowing up long term. I want the podcast to go extremely well. I want the any merchandise or clothing, I want that to, obviously I'm gonna wear that stuff as soon as I make that. That's what I'm gonna be wearing all the time, so that's super duper exciting. But yeah, 100 listens. It's a small goal, but it's it's a small milestone, but it's a milestone nonetheless. So very excited for that. Very happy and appreciative to anybody that's listened to that. You should definitely go check it out. fueledbyprogress.com will get you to where you can listen, and you can also just search that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you want to listen to. But other than that, okay day. We're going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to hit it real hard. I'll just kind of leave it with this as the actual last thing before I plead you to subscribe, is the idea, right? Just try to bear with me here for a second. So it's 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I'm a little tired, obviously, but the idea and the scenario that I'm in right now, 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Like, I don't have to go to work. Like, I'm going to work. I mean, I'm going to do stuff, but like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow is such a relieving feeling. Obviously, I've had it a couple times already, but like, it hasn't really sank in yet. Like, the idea of not having to go to somewhere that you don't like. And I read, oh my God, I just keep thinking of different things. I read a comment today, or a post or something like that on Facebook or Instagram or something, and it said, like, I'm paraphrasing, these 30-minute weekends are really starting to get on my nerves. Like, I was like, what are you doing? Like do something else. I was like, I know everybody's not as fortunate as, other people and things like that. And like, I'm by no means like, just chilling. But at the same time, it's like, I hated that feeling. I hated that feeling of having to go to work on Monday or work any day that I didn't want to go to work. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this stuff. I'd much rather be, even though this is scary, and even though there's a lot of like worry about this, about mostly financially and all this sort of stuff, like, this is just so much better. Like, it's light years beyond better. And the best part about it is that as hard as you work, and the harder that you put in, the more thought, the more time and energy and everything like that, you just know you're going to succeed. So in the long term, consistency and just power through everything, and just work. So I'm so excited. Like I said, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you took time to click on this video and give it a watch. I do ask just one thing that everybody else asks. Just if you did enjoy it, please leave a like if you like what we're doing here. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And please subscribe, ring the little bell thingy if you want to get notified anytime that I post a new video. We're doing it. We're moving forward. It's fueled by progress. It's all the things, right? So thank you so much again. Really appreciate it, guys. and I'll talk to you in the next one.